What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that all of you guys are enjoying your Saturday. So the family, the family feud between the Cyrus women is getting a little messy, right? So typically, when you think about the Cyrus family, you think about Miley Cyrus, or even her dad, Billy Ray, who kicked off his career in country music and then won his first Grammy with the collaboration he did with Lil Nas X a few years ago. Well, now we have Noah and Tish, and they are reportedly beefing over the same man. So they're upset and they're feuding about their romantic ties to 54-year-old actor Dominic Purcell. So the family's matriarch, Tish, Cyrus Purcell, who's 56, married former Prison Break actor Dominic Purcell, 54, late August following her divorce from Billy Ray Cyrus earlier that year. But reports have surfaced that Cyrus Purcell's relationship with her second husband is a little more than complicated, since Purcell reportedly had a relationship previously with his wife's youngest daughter, Noah, who's 24. So Noah and Dominique were seeing each other in a friends with benefits way off and on. And they stopped seeing each other, and then Tish started something with Dominic, a source told People. The source also shared that Cyrus Purcell knew about her daughter's alleged fling before dating Purcell, but never gave Noah the chance to talk about all of this before they got married. According to People, Noah was offended by her mother's new marriage. Entertainment Tonight reported that Tish did not invite her daughter, Noah, to her wedding. Wow. The singer reportedly had a close relationship with her father, while Billy Ray Cyrus and his eldest daughter, Miley Cyrus, are estranged. As for Cyrus Purcell's marriage to Billy Ray Cyrus, the they told the podcast last month that she struggled to leave the relationship before their divorce was finalized. The 2 years he went to Tennessee during COVID, I needed to be here. Miley and Noah are young. They need me, she said on the podcast, so I stayed in California and he stayed in Tennessee. I really, during that period, just took a really hard look at my life. Like, what was I going to do? Because I had not been in a good place for a long time. I mean, they weren't they adults 4 years ago? I believe so, because Miley got married to um, Liam Hemsworth, and she's 24, so she was 20. They were young, but I mean, they were both adults. It says Noah and Dominic were seeing each other for a while in a friends with benefits way. Okay, that's problematic in and of itself, but I'm not judging anybody, but things always get messy when you do things like that. They stopped seeing each other, and then oh my gosh, and I guess that her mom swooped in. Though Noah and Purcell had stopped seeing each other when his relationship with Tish started, the source claims that Tish never talked to Noah before they got married. So yeah, that has to be really hurtful. Noah's very loyal to Billy Ray. She and Billy Ray have always had a really close relationship. Says the country singer, 62, filed a divorce from Tish, so they're talking about Billy Ray, in April 2022 after more than 28 years of marriage. Wow. The former couple, who have since remarried, share daughters Brandy, who's 36, Miley, who's 31. See, that's what I was thinking. I was like, young. That's why I keep thinking in my mind, 31 is not young, but okay. Noah and her sons, Tracy. Noah's 24, her son Tracy, who's 35, Brazen, who's 29. I mean, the kids are, they're young adults. Why would she say that they were young? I guess that was her excuse. So she was probably so used to saying, my kids are young and they need me, even in their 20s and 30s. Billy Ray also has a son, Christopher Cady, who's 31 from a previous relationship. It hasn't been easy for any of the kids. Their parents' separation was really hard, but it was also long overdue. Like, how long are they going to be called kids? These are 20 and 30-year-old. I mean, I guess they, the kids of the family, but Yeah. Okay. At that time of the separation, a representative for the family issued a joint statement on behalf of Tish and Billy Ray saying it is after 30 years and five amazing children and a lifetime of memories that we have decided to go our separate ways. Not with sadness, but with love in our hearts. We have grown up together, raised a family we can be proud of, so now it's time to create our own path. The statement continues, we will always be family and look forward to a continued and loving shared experience as friends and parents. We have not come to this decision lightly or quickly, but with so much going on in the world, we wanted to provide some clarity and closure so we can remain focused on what is important. With love and hope, Tish and Billy Ray Cyrus. So Noah, who had been making a splash at the Paris Fashion Week recently, revealed that she was engaged to Pinkus on social media in June of last year, and she was not present at her mother's wedding in August. Oh, wow. That's messy. I mean, I wish that she would have talked to her daughter, before, I guess, marrying someone that she had previously been involved with. But let me tell you something. Um, Noah, first of all, if you're 24, like the way that I would have just paid him dust, because I don't understand why she would be in competition with any woman, let alone her mom, who's 30 years older than her. But at 24, the world is literally your oyster. Like you can have any man, okay? Not a 54-year-old one. I'm only laughing because I can't even think about what when I was in my 20s, if you were like 4 or 5 years older than me, I thought that you were super old. And I'm not joking. Like my college roommate, we were in our 20s. We were like our early 20s. And she was dating a guy who was 30, maybe like three or something. We thought that was so old. And like, there's 8 billion people in the world. You know what I mean? Was her mom a little bit grimy for that? Yes. And not talking to her daughter? Yes. And even more so, not, inviting her daughter to her wedding, which would have been awkward, I guess. But again, there's so many people in this world, and I don't understand why, you know, um, there would be any kind of beef or anything. Like the way that I wouldn't care. I'm sorry. It's just me. Your mom and him are, closer in age. They're only 2 years apart. But it says that, she's in Paris Fashion Week. Like, that's what you should be doing when you're in your 20s, right? Traveling the world. It revealed that she was engaged to Pinkus. I don't know who that is, on social media in June of last year. Exactly. Like, get engaged. Girl, you're 24. Like, pull another quickly. You know what I mean? Like, your mom, she, who knows if this is, who knows, right? She knows what she wants. She's a much more seasoned woman, but she's just getting out of a relationship with your father, after 30 years. Maybe she's having a hard time being alone. Who knows what the issue is? But the fact that, Noah and Dominic had a 30-year age gap, the way that it would not even bother me, and I'm so serious, like at 24, you couldn't have paid me to date somebody who was 30 years older than me. And I wouldn't have cared. I feel like it was something deeper. Like he probably was just an excuse, but there had to have been something deeper, some deeper, resentments. Because to be honest, I would have been happy for her. Like I would have been like, okay, you know what I mean? Like y'all are both in your 50s. Do the 50, middle-aged love thing. I would have been in Paris kicking it with, my girls getting engaged to whoever, Pinkus. Like 24 is that age where you can get engaged to somebody named Pinkus and it'd be okay. But I'm sure that your friends are probably looking at you like, why are you dating this middle-aged man? I mean, Dominique, 6 years, he's 6 years from 60 years old. He's literally in your mother's age range. Like that's a much more suitable match. I'm sure probably Noah was hurt and in her feelings, but for her to even be friends with benefits, quote unquote, with a 54-year-old man, I'm looking at her crazier than I am her mom. I feel like her mom did her a favor, to be honest, because it's a little predatory ish to me, even though she is in her 20s. I just feel like that life experience age gap is too wide. 30 years is way too big. 10 years is pushing it. And I know a couple married, my mom's husband, before he passed, they were 10 years apart. And then I was a bridesmaid, so one of my friends, and she's married to a guy who's 10 years her senior. And I'm like, okay, and I get that. But anything after 10 years is pushing it a little bit. I'm not saying that couples aren't successful, so don't get in the comments, be like, oh my gosh, me and my husband or my, grandparents or whatever. I get it. But I'm saying 30 years is a huge age gap. And girl, you're 24. Like, the way that wouldn't even have been dust on my shoulder. Like, I would not have cared at all. I would have wished I would have showed up at that wedding with a gift. Okay. Something from Tiffany's or something. You know what I mean? Like, y'all got way too much time, money, resources, and you're Cyrus. The world is your oyster. Go out and date and find somebody close to your age. So, and say hey to your new stepdaddy. It's like, I'm joking. I'm joking. Y'all, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm like, what in the Jerry Springer is going on here? I need for all of y'all to do better, okay? We are not in Tennessee anymore, people. Let's level up. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, and I will talk to you in the next one. Take care, aces. Bye.